Ad break should be done. Get this up here. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. I know I've been away for a bit. Apologies, I got invited to watch the new Spider-Man movie, so that was where I was on my Tuesday, but hopefully everyone else has had a good week. Yes? What is it? Yeah? Well, it's easier for you to get pets if you're up on the bed, you know. Huh. Alright, so, a couple house cleaning things. One, the Game Industry Hardship Fund bundle is still up for the next 6 days or so. They did meet their initial goal of 100,000. They're currently well on their way to the 200,000 extra goal. They're at about 170,000, I believe. That is the link to it there if you're interested. Currently, we're on track to donate $40 towards it. Again, I will match any either subs or bits we get. So we got 5 subs last time, so that made 30, plus the base 10 that I was going to contribute for getting the bundle. Aside from that, catching up on anything we have here. This will probably be a shorter stream since there's only the one act left. But, you know, shorter streams are nice every now and again, and then we'll spin the wheel and see what we do on Tuesday. But for those who weren't here last time, basically, we managed to capture Paul's girlfriend, who was their other scientist who knew about the time travel stuff, to get the time machine working. Turns out that we basically caused a closed time loop where we tried going back in time, except his girlfriend sabotaged it, so Beth... I quite liked it. I had to catch up on the earlier Spider-Man movie because I'd only seen Far From Home until that, so the day before I watched Homecoming, and then I watched No Way Home. But yeah, it was a nice sort of low-key thing to watch that you didn't need to do too much homework on, besides I knew who a character was without having to having had seen Thunderbolts, but having seen Thunderbolts will probably help, and having seen the Punisher stuff will help a little bit. Also, the guy who plays Tobias Whale in Black Lightning is Tombstone for a little bit of it, which is he fits it. I didn't know he voiced him in Into the Spider-Verse, but that's quite fitting. Let's see what else. I've not. So here's the thing. I never actually got a chance to see. I've only seen the original Netflix, the Daredevil and all the stuff up to Defenders. So I saw him in Daredevil season 2, but I did not get a chance to see the Punisher spin-off show. But I will say, without having seen all of that, I was still able to tell what was going on. So if that's a concern, there's only so much. Like, see, if you've seen the past 3 Spider-Man movies, or even just the last Spider-Man movie, you're probably going to be fine. Anywho, let's see. Right, they tried to go back in time to steal the countermeasure. It was a closed time loop because, Monarch always had it because they use it to power their own lifeboat protocol. Beth gets actually thrown into the end of time, where she then tries to kill Paul, which is why he's as paranoid as he is. She's been in there for like 30 years and then ends up getting killed by Paul, which is also around the time when he gets his time sickness. Also, Martin Hatch is like almost certainly a like stabilized shifter, because he's all about, like, you know, he's actively trying to both sabotage Paul to try and make sure he becomes a shifter, and he wants the end of time to happen. Starts ranting about, you know, the also if I could turn on the desktop audio. But ranting about, you know, my new world will bring balance kind of stuff, and then he got stabbed in the eyes. For the simple stuff for our audience, we're mad that Beth got killed by Paul. and we know where the potential solution to stopping the fracture is. So we're going to be going into Monarch's headquarters to try and throw down. Also, the guy from the TV show has been pulled back into Monarch's good graces and is basically being the last bodyguard for the countermeasure, as they call it. Also, Chris is dead.
Reiterate, the entire town now seems to be a disaster area, and while authorities and relief workers from Monarch are redoubling their efforts, it seems everybody's working at capacity. And
time was broken, working out of sync. The city was in a state of chaos. The end of time was closing in.
And you still believed you could fix it?
The solution was inside Monarch Tower. The countermeasure.
The CFR, as Monarch knew it. The key to the lifeboat protocol. Monarch's survival plan. But that didn't seem to matter to you.
I had a better plan.
Okay then.
So yeah, part of the, outside of the full-on
Christ!
breakdown of time, different timelines are all colliding with each other, so speeding up and slowing down and intersecting in places they weren't normally, so, you know. This used to be a train station, for example. So the train from back then is here, but... Oops, scusi. Oh right, I can't use time powers on you. Not directly, anyway. Yeah, our plan is try and undo the fracture with the CFR while they're using it as a power source for their time bunker that they're going to try and ride out the end of time in and eventually get a fix for the thing. Because part of the problem is our brother invented it, and they know it works, but they don't know exactly how it works. So they're scary. They are scared to try and reverse engineer it. So it's like, hey, if we take this thing apart and we can't put it back together, we're screwed. So. Like, they have some that work off similar tech, but it's nowhere near as efficient, so it's like, well, instead of 200 years worth of being able to ride time out, we'd be down to like a couple of weeks, months at best. Come on, go down. There we go.
Now, where do they keep the countermeasure?
Bye-bye.
Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's the biggest damn building in Riverport.
Okay, there's something around here. Ah.
Hello, Riverport. This is Teresa Sedmak. As I am sure you are aware, things are very chaotic right now all over Riverport and in the rest of the world. There's an epidemic of collisions of some kind happening. Car accidents, air collisions, all eerily similar to the Port Donnelly
What? She was being paid off the whole time? Who could have seen that one coming? Alright, anything else in here before we move on? I'm just seeing explosive barrels. Alright. I don't know why that didn't have well, I guess none of the radio stuff had subtitles this time.
Jack? I hope you can hear me.
Fiona? Is that you?
Yes. I wasn't sure if I could make this work. Listen, the CFR, it's not easy to reach, but you can access it from Serene's office. A friend of mine has unlocked the CFR chamber, but the rest of the place is still in lockdown. I think I could help you with that. Like this.
I guess you can.
Serene isn't in the building anymore, so maybe you don't have to run into him.
Okay, we got a couple things.
Welcome to the international headquarters of Monarch Solutions. This state-of-the-art building has become world famous for its unique architecture and its iconic presence in the Riverport skyline. Incorporating an unprecedented level of automation designed with both comfort and security in mind, complete with a zero-carbon footprint, the building provides a safe and environmentally friendly workplace for thousands of Monarch employees. Monarch Solutions. All we think about is the future.
Zero carbon footprint. Well, in that case, I'm sure you're all cool.
Okay, there's the floor map. I know it's at the very top of the building, so... Where are you? Here. Get it closer. Give me. Yeah, the written statement is true. It's like... It's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Buildings in lockdown. The hell's that even mean?
Poor bastard doesn't know anything about the train crash. Hope he doesn't have a heart attack when time resumes.
Funny enough, he looks like the same janitor that was down deep in the lab, so, like... He knows about this stuff, and they still left him outside.
Mr. Hatch! I thought you... They said you're dead.
They are confused about a great many things. I have a little job for you.
But you're... I mean, I'm not sure I should...
You are still working for me.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say, Mr. Hatch.
Yeah, they put him in handcuffs inside the elevator, and then when he came out, all the people that had him on guns were dead, and he just walked out. He got stabbed, but, I don't, I'm assuming the knife was not enough to actually kill him. Don't want to have to shoot y'all, but oh well. Ooh, hello. Well, can I just like break the time things and freeze you? Oh, so I can. Alright, you get to live at least, I think.
Paul's office.
Anyway, we also have... What do we got here? From Clarice Ogawa, shifter alert to Monarch HQ Chronon active personnel. Okay. Attention, the lifeboat security protocols are now in full effect. Our stuttering proofing has failed, and we've reported shifters in the building. Oh, goody!
Alright, how am I getting to Paul's office?
Yeah, apparently they're drawn to people like me, because me being near them agitates them, so they will try and rip me apart. And they are very hard to kill. You all know the drill. We've trained for this. Do not approach shifters alone. Remember, they are not restricted by the physical space in the same way we are. Deploy dampeners and watch your backs. Work in teams. Remember your tactics. Maintain your distance. Don't take any unnecessary chances. Comms are unreliable due to the stutter, so pass the word to others and take advantage of stutter collapses to communicate as effectively as you can. We're attempting to repair the stutter proofing as quickly as possible, but be advised that contrary to our earlier timeline, which gave us years more to prepare, we believe we are now on the verge of the final zero state, and every single stutter we encounter is more and more likely to be the one that never ends. That means our priorities here have changed. The lifeboat protocol's in full effect, and ensuring its success is our only objective, whether the opposition is shifters, Jack Joyce, or anybody else. It's vital we all remember our training. If we do things right, we will make it out of this, and we will make our way into the lifeboat. Good luck and make me proud. Well, the good news is they can only show up during a stutter.
I really don't want to go outside. The world's just going crazy.
There's no way for them to understand what's happening. Must be scary.
Okay, so they're not, they used to have subtitles. I don't know why they don't anymore. Okay, from Luther Talbot to Pablo Torres. Hey, Pablo. I think it's getting close. You better get your ass to a stutter-proofed area. I still can't believe this is real, but you've seen what it's like out there. Half the world's going to shit. Just glad we're in here. I don't know how it's all going to play out, but at least this way we can get a chance. Maybe we can fix things later. How about those science guys can work it out, right? And hey, if you see that Jack Joyce asshole, just run, dude, okay? I was talking to Clarice and I didn't realize this before. I thought he was just sneaky or lucky or something, but I saw those battle reports from the field and he's just a machine. Fucker just shoots his way through everything we throw his way. I know this place is safe, but I figure he'll show up sooner or later. I heard he's got some personal beef with Serene, so when he comes, you better stay out of his way. Let the jarheads handle that. If they can. If Joyce is coming after Serene, he's gonna be pretty mad when he finds out the boss took a chopper out. You hear anything about that? What the fuck was that about? It's gonna get pretty ugly. See you when the dust clears, I guess. Stay safe, man. Bernard's Watch. I feel like I have heard reference that. It's like a kid show where the kid has a watch that I don't remember if it goes back or it stops time. I've never seen it myself. I just kind of half know it from other people mentioning it. Okay, good to know. Monarch radio note. Won't work in stutters. Radio waves get stuck same as everything else. Use stutter-proofed hardline terminals instead. So you can stutter-proof individual wires. I guess that makes sense.
What's going on here? Thought I'd run into organized resistance.
Monarch shifted gears. There's this survival program, and you're either in it or you're irrelevant. So everybody's just scrambling, and Serene's acting weird. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's just waiting for it all to end. But you're gonna keep that from happening, right?
I'm trying to. Oh, that's his death scream. Okay. I was wondering, what's that noise?
I was getting closer to the countermeasure. Paul had the key to fixing the fracture all along, but he didn't see it.
There was nothing to see. He believed the fracture couldn't be fixed. That's why he used the countermeasure, the CFR, to create the lifeboat.
Oh, I think that'd be the shifters. Okay, yeah, that's just Hatch. That is Hatch. Alright. Okay, he is a shifter. From Pulse Rain to Martin Hatch. Martin Hatch has been detained, and his authority over Monarch Solutions and its employees, along with the security clearance, has been rescinded. I want a full security team watching him at all times. He's not to be given access to any computer system or communications. Don't talk to him, and don't allow anyone to talk to him. Lock him down and keep him locked down. If he attempts to escape, shoot to kill. I'll deal with him when I'm done with the present crisis. Yeah, I guess, considering how hard they are to kill, just being stabbed in the eye once wasn't enough to do it. A terrible show, but it would be funny if he eventually became an elite time agent. Yeah. I suppose so. Team up with all the other time travelers.
Fiona, can you get this door open for me?
I think so. Sorry, this isn't quite my forte. I know a guy who would do this in his sleep, but he's about as dependable as... Oh, never mind, that's it. Be careful. You'll have company in there.
So because he used the eye drops to keep himself stable outside of fractures, but... Can I... About to say, can I just leave y'all, or... No, I have to clear the area of enemies. Alright. Well... I'll turn your gear off for you. There we go. Another one's still going. Oh no, there's a double hit. Here's the damage. There it goes. There we go. We're gonna try to go for a no-kill run if we can avoid it. Oop. Don't turn on that fast. Buddy, I'm trying to do this for your benefit. Buddy, it's this or the time bomb. Your choice. Oh, shoot. There we go. There you go. Then you have to die. Woo. Hi, Juggernauts. Two of you, huh? What's the purpose of the eye drops? I thought they limited his sight from wandering between timelines. He must have had another way to be stable. My guess he ends up absorbing the counter. That's why he's stable. Maybe. One quick sec. Okay. As for the timelines, Paul Serene had the being able to see multiple timelines. Martin Hatch, he might be able to do that, we just never got shown it. Still going? Yes, alright. Missed it. Close range aiming is very finicky in this game. Let's try this again. Problems with all the particle effects make it very hard to see for precision shots. Although it's actually kind of a... Over here. downside of the thing I got that lets me see enemies after I come out of this stuff. It does the red highlight, but that makes it harder to actually see the weak spots. Alright. Try this again. Alright. Okay, shield go up. Ow! Oh dear. Oh dear. Go. 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 Oh, I messed this up. Alright. I can check. I don't think they were, but I'll... Audio. That's dialogue. Display? Yeah, subtitles on. Maybe we can disable that auto highlight thing, so it's actually... Yeah, it's hard to see the orange part against all the red. There we go! Okay, he... Yeah, he's down. Okay. Can soften you up, at least. But... nothing happened. Now. Stop turning around so quickly. Oh shoot, the cover can be destroyed. You can't even see under the armor with the highlight, though. Okay. Come on over here when stuff finishes coming off cooldown. Yeah, a little bit different. He's still not down. Crud. Okay. There we go.
I gotta get to the countermeasure.
Alrighty. Okay.
The Monarch PR machine was going strong. The public believed that they were doing what the police force couldn't. Protecting them from a terrorist threat. From...
You.
Oops, I could guess he's just underneath Paul. Or it looks like it. Okay, I wonder if he can exist in all timelines at once with his consciousness throughout. Hatch, I mean. And that makes sense with the whole quantum superposition thing. Okay. Monarch, PR protocol. PR protocol. Monarch Solutions response to tragedy. No public aggression. Public coercion. Manipulation over violence. Contain / bury / spin everything. Friendly safe authority. Control mayor / report PD. Monarch assisting the authorities. Deploy said mark for media control. Remove Radford. Manufacture terrorist threat. Jack Joyce. Note: Jack Joyce should be clear later edition on the board. Should be a clear later edition on the board. Info warfare. See Charlie Wincott for details. Flood social media / media network / media sites with narrative. Drown out legitimate reports with flood of conflicting accounts. Paint troublemakers as bleeding heart extremists. Attain critical mass. Useful idiots will take over trolling. Okay, can sub-invert with D4C, kind of the same line of fit. Yeah. Well, that's again why they're so hard to kill. I can check my abilities, let's see. Under time vision. No, you cannot deactivate it. Okay. Just anything worth... Probably this one. Don't know if I'll look for anything else there, but yeah, it's like, you know, well, there's a version of it out there in a timeline somewhere that's not dead, therefore it's not dead. So it's just keep killing them until they run out of, you know, timelines, or at least within a short span or whatever.
You told me that Hatch had Paul's full support. I saw otherwise.
There was a temporary misunderstanding.
For context, she's working with Hatch, or was, our interviewer. Granted, don't know if she knew all of it, just that she was trying to get Paul off the board. From Vera Kovacs, that creepy asshole's gone, to Aleem Lowdown. Aleem, did you hear that Hatch is out? I don't know what exactly went down, but Holden from Acquisition says Hatch did something to really piss off Serene. Maybe something involved blowing something up on the island? I don't know, and frankly, I don't know if Holden did either. It all sounds pretty crazy, even by Monarch standards. Anyway, Holden says Hatch got escorted out of his office by a whole bunch of armed security guys. I mean, that wasn't a security will escort you out of the building situation. Holden said it was for real, so I guess that guy's done. Good riddance. Maybe now I can get some work done without him Darth Vadering the crap out of us. That guy's always creeped me out. Oh, another thing. You were right. Dr. Amaral came back. I was sure Joyce would just kill her, but nope, she made it back alive. Anyway, glad I was wrong about that one. She's cool people. She picked a good time to come back, too. Things are getting really bad outside. It's really starting to dawn on me. We're really lucky to be in here instead of stuck out there with all the craziness. They said there's planes coming down from the sky now. Crazy. I know you're okay, Halim. V. Discord is being broken on mobile and PC. Can check mine during a break. I can do that. Actually, I can... Oop, never mind. Messages failed to load. Yeah, I don't think it's just you. Yeah. The fracture's spreading. It's getting to Discord now. One last check to see if there's anything else in here. After that, hooray, we get to head in the direction where a shifter was. Anything in here? This looks like it'd be a place you could have something. No. Okay. Yeah, Hatch was walking this way.
Fiona, I'm trying to get to the Skybridge.
Skybridge. You're in marketing right now. That's... Okay. Yeah, I think I got it. Hey, Jack. Be careful. There's something really weird going on in this building.
Monarch was scrambling. Paul's empire was falling apart all around me. I'd never seen anything like it. But Paul had. That's what he was preparing for all those years. He didn't do a very good job.
Yep. That's one way to put it. Granted, he was being sabotaged. Again, what I want to know is how Hatch got here, because he showed up out of nowhere 2 years after the end, after Paul got here.
Holy shit.
The problem with these things as well is you can get basically temporarily sheared just by being too close to them. That is true. They were expecting a couple years, not that it would happen now. Granted, that also might be some of Hatch's doing. Time stabber. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Dragons. This one looks a lot shorter, at least. Alright. Bruce Livingstone, about my screenplay and new video to Sophia Amaral. Hey, Sophia! Still haven't heard from you about my screenplay. I know you're busy with all your work, but this is really taking off in a big way, so let's try to get going on this, okay? I know this thing's gonna be huge, so I just went ahead and mortgaged my house to make this thing reality. Oh, dear God. It's my dream, and I'm gonna follow my dream. And once I get the Kickstarter going, this thing's gonna pay me back for the mortgage, so no problem. I already shot a short promo thing for the Kickstarter campaign. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna star in it, but I've got a really cool part for you too if you want, and you'd be perfect for it. Also, like I said, I'm gonna need that science feedback stuff soon. Let me know ASAP. Oh, God. Also, I was with you on the first half of Time Knife, but second half didn't quite have the sauce. I think you're gonna do a little bit of revision. Sorry, buddy. Is it just that one?
time machine here? Shit. This is where they brought the university core. This is Paul's machine. Looks like they have it on the top floor.
Monarch paper with note. Ensure personally that CFR chamber is secure. From Bernard Piker, a confession to Paul Serene. Sir, I know you won't have a chance to read this email until you return to HQ, but I've turned this over in my head repeatedly, and I see no other option than to let you know what I've done. I've deactivated the stutter proofing at the building. I had maintenance access it, and I used it. But I want you to know that I did it under tremendous duress. Martin Hatch left me no choice. He threatened my family, and I didn't know what else to do. I still don't. I know there are shifters out there. The stutter proofing is gone, and I don't have a chronon harness, so technically I'm safe. The shifters only exist in stutters, and when one of those hits, I freeze just like the rest of the world. So whatever happens during the stutter, I'm safe, barring some kind of desynchronization-related accident. What that means, though, is that one eye blink I'm here, and the next there's 2 dead strikers on the floor. Dead because of me. Their blood all over me from nowhere. I'm looking at them right now, typing this on my phone. I can smell the blood and, I don't know, ozone, I guess? And smoke. Their gears sparking. They'd be alive if I hadn't. I'm sorry, I think I'm hyperventilating. I don't know if I can hold it together much longer. I don't know why Hatch wanted this to happen, but he did. I think he wants the CFR for some reason. You can't trust that fucker, sir. I know you're close, but I think he's as evil as they come. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm not making excuses. I know I fucked up. I don't know how to deal with this. I've always respected your drive and dedication. You have no idea. But I don't have those things. I'm just an engineer. This is too much for me. If you come back and fix things, please look after my family. They didn't have anything to do with this. Bernard Riker, Senior Chronon Tech. Well, I guess he knew once the stuttering kicked off, he wouldn't have to worry about him. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just attack the tech instead of the person attached to it. Paul. Or, no, not Paul. Those disruptors. Oop. Hi, Hatch. We know he's not feral, so not... Oh, the stutter ended, that's why it dropped off.
What the fuck was that thing?
Oh, he's never seen a shifter.
The train.
All personnel, stay clear of the lower levels. There's a possible hazard. Repeat, stay clear of the lower levels. There appears to be a train crashed into the building. The situation is under control. All personnel should remain in secure areas. There are intruders in the building. Repeat, remain in secured areas.
Another door I need help with, Fiona.
You're at Serene's office. Good. Just a second. This one's a little tricky. Serene's got access to the CFR chamber, and there's going to be a pretty dangerous guy there guarding. Got it. Just be careful, okay?
Paul was already gone, but he left behind the one thing I needed.
Ooh, okay. Guess this is from Hatch. Untitled note. I have left this message here for you to find, so that soon when the time comes, I ask you to choose, so you can do so with your eyes open with some hint of understanding. I have no secrets, and the only thing I choose to omit are the ones that you, in your current limited state, would not be able to grasp, no matter how hard I tried to make you understand. I've walked down the same path as you are now on. Once, from your perspective, a long time ago, Although time no longer has such meaning to me, I too came in contact with a time machine. In my case, it was not a man-made device, but a natural one in a cave. It should come to no surprise, really, that such things exist, much like natural nuclear reactors do exist, such as the now defunct ones at Oklo, Africa. After all, the Maya Joyce field has its irregularities. I too became chronon active. I too developed chronon syndrome. And in time, I too lost control and became a shifter. Became at once everything and nothing, was everywhere and nowhere, died countless deaths and was still alive. My every possibility happening at once. I promised I would not lie, and thus I'll tell you. The noise and the pain and the rage were more than anyone could suffer and not go insane. I burned in this fire for a long time. There were brief moments of awareness in this endless nightmare, different versions of certain key moments in my life that I found myself reliving again and again, trying to make things right like a puzzle, on and on and on. I am convinced that the stutters and the end of time saved me, for those were the only places, the only times, where I could even briefly stop and rest, and slowly find focus and control again, and ultimately master this state, not emerge from it, not be cured, not go back to what I was before, for there is no such thing, but to learn to be in one place and everywhere at once. My perception is altered, like that of someone who has seen a perceptual illusion and discovered that the picture is both a young girl and an old woman at the same time. Once you see them both, you can never not see them. We are such limited beings. We play with just one piece, on just one square on an endless chessboard, just one life, one timeline, in an infinite multiverse of possibilities. Am I an exception? The only one who has found his way to the other side? Or is this just a shifter's brief dream before a stutter collapses? There are other shifters. You, your best friend who is now your mortal enemy, Dr. Kim. Others, some of whom you know. It doesn't matter who, because they are gone, and when they emerge, if they ever emerge, they will not be who they were, just as I am not who I was before. I have done my part in helping you all achieve this state. If time is an ocean with a frozen surface, then the stutters in the end of time are holes in that ice, opportunities to come up for air. I have a plan, already in motion, but it would be futile to try to explain it to you, like trying to explain 3 dimensions to someone who can only see one. But make no mistake, I do not look down on you. I strive for humility, even as I shift this world from one state to another. I will make this possible. I stand in between. I don't see myself as a gate. I remain humble. I'm something smaller. A hatch. A natural nuclear fission reactor is a uranium deposit. Self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction occurs through a natural geological process rather than human construction. Possibility of such existing in situation with an ore body monitored by groundwater is proposed. The first confirmed example. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, you'd need extremely specific coincidental situations, but, like, you know, the only thing that, you know, otherwise is, you know, unnatural would be, like, I guess technically that would mean you get something like uranium existing in nature just through... Yeah. Now the question is, how the hell do you get something that equates like a miniaturized amount of gravity like a black hole? You get like some super dense material, maybe? But yeah, that is neat. And I guess for, you know, it's a difference between like a natural occurring nuclear bomb versus a nuclear reactor. It is just going to heat up and cause energy rather than, you know, explode. Although you'd get a steam explosion, probably. You're not going to get like a nuke. Also, that seems to imply we're eventually going to become a shifter.
We have a mission. Prep the chopper.
Ready to lift off in 15, sir. What's the profile?
Full tactical complement. And we're going to need a tech squad for assembly. I'll brief them on the way.
Copy that. Good hunting, sir.
Which I guess explains why he broke the other one out. I guess it's, you know, the end of time is a place where it's quiet enough they can eventually come to their senses, as opposed to just be reacting on instinct and pain. Which I guess makes sense why he wants it to come about for sure.
office alarm went off. Is that you skulking around, Jack?
Fuck you. I'm done playing games. I'm here for what you stole.
Yes, of course.
The CFR. If you understood just how much depended on that, you'd leave it alone. But I know you don't care.
You're right. I don't. And it looks like you're not here to stop me.
Yes. Yes, everything will play out as it has to play out. I'll see you very soon, Jack.
Yeah. I guess he knows where the time machine is, so he's...
I'm done dancing your tune, you crazy bastard.
Alrighty.
That was just a couple of minutes between stutters.
The countermeasure was Paul's prize. Everything he built was based on Will's device. His plan depended on it. You better believe I look forward to taking it from him.
I guess we're gonna have to go there eventually, because we have to go to... Well, I thought we had to go back to the site of the fracture, which would be at the college, but...
Only one of Serene's treatments survived the explosion. His time was running out.
So was everybody else's.
I saw Flatland in high school. They showed us that one. From Sophia Amaral regarding Time Machine to Paul Serene. Okay. Paul, we have finalized the plans for acquiring and transporting the Time Machine core from the University Lab. Your instructions are quite clear. We won't actually move in until your young self has entered the machine, and the men will try to take the Joyces alive, with the understanding that Jack Joyce in particular could be a threat, and neither can be allowed to escape under any circumstances. I'm still quite uncomfortable with all this, Paul. I understand your reasoning, and I know the stakes are high, but I don't want to see anybody hurt. It's antithetical to my role as a scientist, and I wish you'd reconsider. Surely there's a better way to resolve this. Moral implications aside, the loss of Dr. Joyce's expertise alone would be a great blow. If everything goes smoothly and quietly, we'll transport the core directly to the Monarch Tower via ground route. If there's commotion and it seems there's any risk of detection, we will instead airlift the core to our dry dock operation, and then move it discreetly from there to HQ. The construction of the new time machine frame at the top of Monarch Tower has been finished since last year. Once you've received the core, it will be installed into the time machine per your orders. I know you don't intend to use it, but even with the limitations the nature of time travel imposes on us, I have to say it seems like a great waste to not take advantage of such a resource, both from a strategic and scientific point of view. Alright. From Paul.
Sophia, I understand why you'd feel that way, but this isn't something I take lightly. It's my experience that time travel only complicates things, and on my own trip through time has given us great opportunities, it's also set me on this path. I want to control it, not use it. That said, I want to have the machine ready to use for emergencies. My foreknowledge of future events will end very soon, and it might prove to be useful to have the option of obtaining more detailed information from the future. Obviously, given that the furthest you could go back is the machine's activation at the university, visiting the past seems fairly useless. Also, ensure the machine is heavily guarded at all times. Nobody is allowed to operate the machine besides myself, and I want the core to remain undeployed unless I give specific orders to the contrary. As for the Joyce brothers, I intend to give William the option of joining us, if possible, but I know him. He's a very stubborn and unstable man, and I don't know if we could ever trust him. I don't need to remind you that he built in that ridiculous little workshop, with very limited resources, a device that broke the local physics at Ground Zero and caused my Chronon syndrome. I don't intend to give him a chance to show us what else he could do if he decides that we're a target. That, along with the visions I've seen, there's certain sentimental reasons that make me wish I could let William live, but I doubt he makes that possible for us. As for Jack, I'm not too worried about him. It took me a long time to master my abilities, so Jack shouldn't be a major problem unless he manages to use stutters to escape the area. Luckily, stutters should be very rare in these early stages, these early stages of the fracture. Still, I've come too far to take any chances. I'd prefer to take him alive, but nothing to be allowed to put our plan at risk. I'm sorry to have to involve you in something like this. I know it's not what you signed up for, and as I said, I don't expect you to personally be involved with that part of the operation in any way. I'm not particularly happy about this part myself, and I wish I had better options, but our circumstances as they are, I have come too far to falter now. I hope you understand. Okay. Paul, yes, of course, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to add to your burden, and I know there are hard decisions. You can count on us to proceed as planned. I know you're exceptionally busy now that time is almost upon us, but I was hoping you'd have time for dinner. Sophia, please update me on our progress to the time machine core relocation. Where are we with this? Thank you. Paul, don't worry about it. We're on schedule. Your time machine core from the university has been transported to HQ, and it's currently being installed into the new time machine frame we've built for it. You'll have direct access to it from the CFR chamber as requested. And no, before you ask, you can't actually access the CFR chamber from the time machine. That elevator can only be activated from within the chamber, so no one working on the time machine can get to the CFR. I thought you'd appreciate the layer of added security. I know how important it is to keep the CFR safe. Anyway, I know you didn't actually intend to use the time machine, so should you ever need it, all we need to do is deploy the corridor. It's actually all hooked up now, but we're still running some final diagnostics. Tech should be ready with it before the gala's over. Dr. Sophia Amaral, Head of Research. Okay, we got about 9 minutes. Probably have to run the ad break before we get up to the time machine.
Paul spent a long time running Monarch in secret. It probably didn't help with that whole disconnected from reality thing.
Reflections on the end. Reflections on the end. I wish my memories about the end of time were clearer, but it was anything but a clear time in my life, and the world was such a jumble, a frozen mess of different timelines crashing together. I was running for my life the whole time, trying to avoid the shifters. Not an ideal state of mind for gathering intel. It didn't help that she kept chasing me, trying to kill me. Beth Wilder. Well, my own people. It was her all along. Even then, trapped in the end of time, as little as I understood what was going on, I could tell she wasn't like me. She didn't have the kind of powers I did. I knew she had some kind of technology that kept her going in that suspended hell. Of course, I had no idea it was a device I'd eventually have my people develop. I suppose I should appreciate the irony that it was her chronon harness, my own chronon harness, that it gave me the idea for the lifeboat protocol. The idea that our technology could let humanity survive the end of time. I suppose I have to thank her for that. But she paid for her sins in the end. But she left her mark on me. I know the time to pay for mine is approaching quickly, but not just yet. Back then, when Wild and I played our game of cat and mouse at the end of time, if I'd had an ounce of control over my own powers that I do now, things would have turned out very differently between the two of us. She was strong and had the training, and I was young and weak and scared. Even so, my abilities gave me an edge. I was lucky she didn't have the full striker gear. She was the one with the upper hand. I didn't learn to properly control my abilities until much later. In those days, they were unpredictable and operate on instinct. Control didn't come easy. I can't help but be aware that this didn't seem to be the case for Jack. His mastery's growing by leaps and bounds. Just because the way he's always been, fast on his feet, bold and adaptive, or is the fracture affecting him too? Thought we could contain him. It cost us dearly. It's not a mistake I'll make again. There you are. Up on the painting. That I have to go around this way to get to. Yep. I'm still a few chronon particles short, so I won't max out all of my abilities. Already got that one. It's just the whiteboards. Are all of them an individual one? Let's see. 6 minutes.
17 years, he lived through twice. All of it mapped out, from memory.
He knew the market trends before they occurred. He had the tools to make a fortune, and he did.
I guess he was kind of a corporate guru even before he went through that, so... begin track William Joyce. Recruiting security personnel. 9/11. Kentucky spill. Call Senator Roberts. Afghanistan invasion. Iraq. Martin Hatch promotion to dev manager. Quake. Okay, yeah, I don't really need to read all of these. Hopeless to remember. Prepare for the the Dow Jones crash. So you saw that coming. Swine flu epidemic. Well, they didn't. They naturally didn't quite have actual stuff from 2020 and 2021. You missed a spot. All right. Oh, hello.
Paul told me that he tried to change things. It failed. What he'd seen, it broke him. And I'd seen Beth go down the same path, but Paul, it consumed him.
All right. Read through this one and we'll trigger the app break. Quantum Ripple Research Unit. Paul, Martin, I know you're both arguing about the Quantum Ripple Causality Research Subdivision has great potential, and we should keep it funded. I must once again implore you to reconsider. I'll be the first one to admit that the technology is impressive. The fact that Dr. Morphin and Rangers can actually track the consequences of rippling out from minor shifts within the Maya Joyce field is incredible, and the level of informational detail they managed to obtain is amazing. But here's the thing, they've been at this for 2 years now, and they have not produced a single useful result. Yes, we can trace actual events from their small inception point to the actual consequences, very much in keeping with basic chaos theory, concept of butterfly flapping its wings. But well, so what? Every single thing that happened in the universe is a result of such a chain of events. Being able to see the chain offers no real insight to anything due to the very randomness of the process. Furthermore, it's utterly misleading. You could say that some tiny event or tiny decision in my life yesterday led me to writing this email, and technically true, but so did some tiny event or tiny decision in my life 15 years ago. It's all a chain. The event yesterday didn't take place in a vacuum. It didn't come out of nowhere. So what's the point? We have no control over it, we don't get to direct it, and we got no useful information out of it. Also, have you actually seen the reports they generate? From a technological point of view, the way they manage to automate their analysis of the fluctuation signatures within the Maya Joyce field are impressive, but again, it's all meaningless babble with no practical applications. Their personal remarks on the reports are even worse. With all due technical expertise, I don't know what they're doing, and I'm not sure they do either. It's like they're coming up with stuff at random. The above outlines my concerns as to the futility of the entire process, and I suspect that may not be enough to sway you, but I have one final point which I think you should consider very, very carefully. The entire program is an unforgivable waste of Monarch resources. I don't mean money, although the entire Quantum Ripple Causality Research Division is costing us millions and millions of dollars, but that doesn't really matter because I know we can afford that. However, there's a more vital resource they're consuming. Each time they fire up the rig and delve into the Maya Joyce field, they eat up a huge amount of chronon particles. Those are a finite resource, and as you know, we are projecting that Ground Zero's yield will rapidly diminish as the fracture takes hold, which will happen very soon. You may not understand what the real impact of this is, so let me put it to you in practical terms. Every single time they detect and analyze a quantum ripple, it costs us a week of potential lifeboat runtime minimum. Given Monarch's primary purpose and the total lack of useful results, I believe that's a luxury we cannot afford. I recommend shutting them down immediately or at the latest during our next reorg. We can reallocate their resources to something useful and put Ron and Teddy's expertise into great use designing a lifeboat. I'm sure we wouldn't regret putting them to work on that given their track record of working with Chronon Tech. Sophia Amaral, Head of Research. Curious why Hatch was interested in it. Were they onto something, or was it this drains their chronons just in case I can't actually stop the lifeboat thing? Anywho, I will see y'all when we get back from the ad break. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Okay. Oh, there we go. I thought that was a elevator. So is Hatch gonna jump me more than now we got a fracture going again?
Paul was a powerful man, the leader of an empire. But behind the veil, he was a dying man. The signs were clear.
I guess that's technically accurate, considering he was constantly in a state of dying and being alive.
Dr. Amaral was the one thing keeping Paul alive, but reading through their exchanges, there was something more than professional going on.
No.
That's not my place to comment on.
Like, literally everybody in the office knows. Personal notes. Dr. Sophia Amaral, October 9th, 2016, 2:31 p.m. I find myself at a loss. We knew that the fracture would arrive. It was clear very quickly that the process was going much faster than Paul's projections. His experiences had led us to believe. That was alarming in itself, but there's another concern. With the fracture, Paul's condition seems to be accelerating rapidly. I don't know what to do about either one of those issues. I haven't had a chance to examine Paul properly, and of course he won't consent to any real tests at this point. He won't take the time, not the situation being as critical as it is. He has to prepare for the gala, take care of every stupid little thing Martin trots out for him. He won't think of himself at all, and I'm afraid that will cost us dearly. So, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I believe the acceleration is a reaction to the stutters in time. In zero state, his wave function is further disrupted by the excessive chronon energies within his body. Before the university incident, before the fracture, the condition was progressive but controllable. The lack of stutters helped keep it in check. Now, his progress is rampant, and I worry that it may reach a critical point soon. We always knew that was a possibility, but all our projections assumed we would have years, time enough to come up with a cure, or a way to stop its progress. Which means there's a very real chance that in the near future, Paul's condition overtakes him. If he does become a shifter, I don't know what to do about it. We haven't been able to help Dr. Kim. I don't know what we could do for Paul. I don't know what to do. The treatments are still working, but they take a toll on him, and their effect is greatly diminished. I'm concerned we may hit a point where he's forced to use them so often that the treatment becomes worse than the condition itself. And yet I don't see any other options. He will not rest. He insists on doing so much. I know he chafes under his dependence on the treatments. He sees it as a weakness. I'm afraid I may lose him. Dragons, can you get that? They just keep adding more and more spaces to try and get past the bots. I do have to wonder, like, okay, Paul was sent back in time, lived out the time up to the fracture. How does he know that there would be more and more years? Was it just, well, I saw what time the clocks were calendars were stopped at the end of time? Because, like, he hasn't lived that point. The only point that he'd lived up to is the point where he stepped into the time machine, which is when the fracture started. But again, he's saying there was years ahead of stuff. Was it just their projections? Nope. Oh, hey, buddy.
Just one of you. Really? Look, you have to realize you're not going to keep me from the CFR. You don't look like you're in any shape for this.
Yeah, but you got like a bullet wound and a knife wound in you.
Have it your way.
Alright.
Of course he's got one of those fucking things.
Alright, well, let's, I want to think this shuts down my time towers. Pretty sure I can shut that down, right? I mean, otherwise I can just shoot your harness. Also, you probably need medical attention. I'm not gonna kill you, or at least try not to. That is indeed a decent possibility. Especially with the didn't even respond to the, hey, wanna have dinner? Your harness ain't looking so hot there, buddy. Missed. Really, can't just like shoot that to shut it down? Nope. I mean, at the very least, that's gonna keep shifters out. Maybe that's why Hatch didn't come back. Okay, why do you get to still use time powers with that nullifying field in place? Ow. I can't even melee you without my dash. Boo. I can't get behind you as easily. See, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna keep hitting you in the head. There it goes.
Don't do it, man. Just stay down.
Fuck you. I've got too much writing on this. You're not going anywhere.
He failed as he lived, very incompetently.
Seeing that face put it into perspective. They were all misled, manipulated to believing they were doing what was right, what was necessary.
Liam Burke made his choice.
Liam Burke was an unnecessary casualty, one of way too many.
I guess he died. If he did, it was the cutscene that did it. You all saw me.
The lifeboat revolved around the countermeasure. He knew Will would try to take it back. That's why he was killed. He knew I'd try to do the same eventually.
Clearly, he was right.
Okay. From Lauren McStevenson, read me right now CFR procedures to lifeboat maintenance. People, because there seems to be a certain lack of clarity about when it's appropriate for someone to enter the CFR chamber and mess with the chronon field regulator, and because I just had to fire Kevin Janeway because he did the exact thing, let me remind you of the approved CFR procedure. You do not touch the CFR, period. I may touch the CFR because I'm the lead technician in charge of it. Dr. Sophia Amaral may touch the CFR because she's our head of research and she knows what she's doing. Mr. Paul Serene may touch the CFR because he's Paul fucking Serene and it's his CFR. Nobody else touches the CFR. On occasion, some enormously lucky individual who's been personally trained by me and are proven to be very, very dependable and incredibly good at their jobs, who don't have a track record of trying to enter the CFR chamber like paint-huffing imbeciles because they just wanted to take a closer look at it, and who've remembered to bribe the lead technician in charge of the CFR with Tom Waits tickets, may be given written instructions to perform specific procedures on the CFR. That'll be a great honor and a sign of a significant degree of trust, and those people should be accorded all professional respect and an appropriate degree of brown-nosing and or passive-aggressive displays of envy by their peers. Or, to put it another way, you do not touch the CFR unless you want to join Kevin in the how to stop being an arrogant dumbshit who jeopardized the only hope of a future for the entire human race because his mansplaining ass thought he knew what the CFR really needed was a random dude who knew better self-improvement course down at the unemployment office, which I'm sure is where we all believe he was escorted to by those armed men. There are no exceptions to this. The entire lifeboat protocol depends on the CFR being present, properly connected, and functioning normally. You do not want to jeopardize this. This is bigger than any of us, and we are not here to fuck around. Lauren McStevenson, lead CFR tech. I like Tom Waits too. I haven't listened to too many of his songs. Mostly every now and again I catch something on the radio.
They'd stockpiled all the chronon particles from Ground Zero to keep the lifeboat running.
Enough to hopefully last until a proper solution was discovered.
Alright. From Sophia Amaral, chronon particle stockpile update. Everyone. Oop. Guess we found out what they were building in there. Yeah. Please be advised that we are now at a point where lifeboat activation may occur. Accordingly, I have ensured that preparations are underway for activation. As a part of that, what chronon particle stores still remain at Ground Zero harvesting operations are being moved to the headquarters and placed into the Master Chronon Particle Repository, ready to be placed under the CFR's control. Please be aware that what we have managed to accumulate until this point is very likely to be all the chronon particles we ever have access to. Due to the fracture's effect on the Myers-Joyce field, the Ground Zero anomaly is showing definite signs of weakening. As a result, the chronon particle yield decreases drastically and will soon drop to baseline. While we will obviously continue more traditional chronon particle harvesting operations in order to maximize our stockpile, we all need to recognize that sourcing them outside of Ground Zero conditions is extremely inefficient. Or in plain terms, unless we find another source of chronon particles, and I don't believe we will, what we have now is all we will ever have. Please be aware that all use of chronon technology eats at our limited resources, and while we of course recognize that we need to have our strikers and other soldiers operate in stutters, each operation undertaken will eat away at our stockpile, and in very real terms cost us days of lifeboat runtime. Accordingly, we have to plan all use of this technology closely and choose our battles carefully. That said, we should also realize the ongoing situation with Jackdaws constitutes an emergency, and will most likely require unconventional chronon particle investment. Just the same, we should be aware of the cost. I expect to see projected chronon particles consumption rates for the foreseeable future and simulations of how long our stockpile will last, adjusted for all of the scenarios we've discussed, see our last meeting minutes, in our next Monday meeting. Sophia Amaral, Head of Research. Okay, anything else in here? Yes, 2 notes.
Fiona, I'm at the CFR chamber. Door's locked.
That's way above my access level. But since my friend disabled security earlier, I should be able to do this. Listen, I don't really know what the plan is, but it's all up to you now. Good luck.
Again, I don't know if it's just a case of, like, you flood the area.
It was like walking into a shrine. This was their holy relic.
I think that's Charlie. I'm surprised they even bothered to put him in a body bag.
There'd been some kind of struggle in the chamber. I didn't know the details. Somebody cleaned it up.
A man named Charlie Wincott. I believe he chose to take a stand. Unfortunately, it ended badly for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems to be that kind of work environment.
Yes, what is it, buddy? You got the sniffles? Such a good ball. Personal notes on the CFR from Dr. Henry Kim. January 5th, 2011. Dr. Henry Kim. The thing feels like a conundrum wrapped in a puzzle. It's an incredible piece of technology, and I feel like we're only scratching at the surface of what it can do, and we've already learned so much. I thought I had a good understanding of the intricacies of chronon particles and their practical applications before. Now I realize that I've still got a great deal to learn. The chronon field regulators I've decided to call it is a little miracle. Such a small device can do so much is beyond me. I know it taps into the Myers-Joyce field, but I don't know how. My experiments just show it can do it. It can also manipulate the field. I wish I knew how. Still, the mechanics of its operation give me ideas, new avenues of thought I've been trying to find for such a long time. The task that I've been set by Mr. Serene has frankly stumped me for years. Knowing that what we observe as the passage of time is just the result of chronon particles being constantly generated within the Myers-Joyce field is a simple fact that I've been aware of for a long time. But being able to manipulate those particles in a meaningful way, well, that's another question.
The mechanics of the situation are clear, almost frustratingly so. In a zero-state environment, there are no chronon particles, and thus, time is frozen. The idea of artificially flooding an area with chronon particles to enable the passage of time is the obvious solution, but actually finding a way of doing that's something else. Not only are chronon particles incredibly difficult to source, so obtaining enough to actually stutter-proof an area for any time longer than a fraction of a second has always seemed impossible. Perhaps even more importantly, the mechanism of manipulating the particles in that way that would actually allow me to define a certain area of a certain volume of space as stutter-proofed has constantly eluded me. Well, Ground Zero has solved the former problem for us. We're almost up and running, and very soon we'll have the ability to harvest chronon particles at useful rates. We'll be able to build a truly formidable stockpile of them in the years to come. As for the latter problem, manipulating the chronon particles, that seems to be something the CFR does with ease. Its ability to tap into the Myers-Joyce field and affect changes in its topography is exactly what I need. Unfortunately, I don't know how it does it. I don't have a clue. I don't know how to effectively control these effects. But my research into the practical effects of its operation has given me ideas for a different kind of chronon technology that works on a somewhat similar principle, except instead of tapping into the Myers-Joyce field, it generates a similar localized field of its own, an artificial chronon particle field. And within that field, we can manipulate the chronon particles at will. This means we should be able to create stutter-proofing technology, allowing us to shield a certain area from the effects of zero-state, and I believe I will be able to miniaturize the technology to allow for personalized devices with the same effect, almost like an environmental suit of sorts, with a harness the user would wear to create a chronon field around his body. There are still many challenges here, one of which is that any significant volume of stutter-proof space will incur an unacceptably high drain on chronon particles, which are a decidedly limited resource. Obviously, with the lifeboat protocol requiring a large stutter-proofed area that we can maintain for years, quite possibly decades, this is a critical issue we have to solve, and Mr. Serene has made that quite clear to me. Frankly, even with Mr. Hatch backing me, the thought of disappointing Serene over this makes me quite anxious. I understand his concerns, and they are of course entirely founded, but the man's intensity is unnerving. In any case, I'm hopeful that I will figure out this problem soon. I'm hoping to be able to use the CFR itself to regulate the flow of chronon particles. Given its nature, I suspect it might be eminently suitable for such a role in the Lightbulb project and cut down our chronon consumption rate by a great margin. My control over the CFR is limited, but this seems to be a very basic functionality for it, so I'm optimistic that I can do it. I'm still looking into it, one thing at a time. We've already made great progress, and I will say that Mr. Serene's been quite complimentary with these successes, so I think he'll give us the time we need. Well, it's not like he has a lot of choice in the matter. I'll be honest, the CFR is becoming a bit of an obsession for me. I wish I could sit down and have that conversation and just ask those questions. How did he build it? What's it actually for? But I've been denied that opportunity. A part of me wants to open the CFR up and get to the bottom of it, but the potential consequences terrify me. We've already seen what it can do if unleashed. Even worse, there's the possibility that I couldn't put it back together, and just the idea of making a mistake like that is a positively bowel-liquefying thought. Trying to explain that to Mr. Serene. No, thank you. Though as it is, I have only dared to open up a bit of the casing to get a rough idea of some of the engineering inside. It's amazing work, and it's certainly been a lesson in humility for me. I still have a lot to learn. But I'm a very fast learner, and this has to be the most important work anyone has ever engaged in the history of humanity. If we succeed in our mission, the world will not soon forget the name of Dr. Henry Kim. Well, I mean, good news, you kind of sort of became immortal. Bad news in the most painful way possible. Oh, apparently found all intel items in the game. And I already found all the Ripple items, although I think I missed a couple narrative things, but...
It took 11 years for Will to build the countermeasure. Beth died for it, and I knew it could fix the fracture.
This fucking thing.
The problem was, I didn't have a clue how to use it. The only person who did was dead. But Monarch had a way of getting to him before that ever happened.
The university time machine. They've got the core here.
Monarch had built their own time machine above the CFR chamber. That's where I needed to go.
You still believed you could go back and save your brother?
Yes.
Well, okay. The beginning of the game, it said, you know, Beth wasn't the only one looking out for me. I guess if it was us running around, because there were parts of it where we didn't see where William was. We were separated. Although most of that he was in Monarch custody. So there is technically a point we could have gone back in and talked to him. And... oh, wait a minute. Technically, we never saw William die. We saw the building collapse on top of him, but we got super speed. That's where you're going with it in the game. Paul, your plan would have worked if you'd stopped trying to be fancy with your time powers and just put a bullet in his head. I mean, I'll take the opportunity, but granted, he didn't really want to kill Will. Just felt he had to, so whatever. We've been playing a bit more, you know, guilty, bleedy, hardy up to this point, and it's kept people alive so far. So, except for Charlie, but
Paul took the core of the time machine from the university, hooked it up to his own machine. It was part of his sick desire for control. But that gave me one last shot at fixing things. I could go back. Maybe get to Will before Paul killed him. And if I could get the countermeasure in Will's hands, maybe I could still turn everything around.
Yeah, but the gunshots we heard weren't just from Beth, they were also from us. Fractures back down. Extra guns. Alright, anything else around here? Extra ammo, maybe. Alright.
Core was set, the machine was prepped. I had to put the corridor in place.
Now we got a holdout section here, I think I'm good.
Okay, this should do it.
Deploying the corridor. Phase 1 underway. Please clear all personnel from the...
There they are.
Getting crosshairs.
There we go.
Of course.
Stutter activate, go. Yeah, y'all don't have any time harnesses, so you're unfortunately out of luck. Oh, okay. That defaults to that. Good to know. Alrighty. Can the time machine work in a stutter, I wonder? Alright, y'all... yeah, you can just get time explosions. Hi there, buddy. Why do we back up like that? How long does this thing take to activate? Feels like a much heftier operation than the one back in the university, but it takes a lot longer. Hi, buddy. Quick second. Time explosion, go! What is it, buddy? You want to say hi? Okay, last guy is... no, two guys.
Jesus. What is you? It's fine, let's go.
Congratulations.
Okay, we go right.
Oh, you're welcome, you very slow machine lady. The machine was ready. I just needed to put in the date.
I'm not going back that far either, like a day. Yeah, it's counterclockwise to go backwards, clockwise to go forwards.
The earliest I could go back to was the time that the core was first activated. At the university.
Not much time to rescue your brother.
I didn't have a choice.
You better be as advertised.
Well, couldn't you... Okay, is it individual... Okay, that makes things even more complicated. I thought it was you could... No, you'd have to be able to. So technically the earliest we could go back was 1999. Because when this was at the university, when Paul went into it, he popped out in 1999 when William first activated his thing. Whatever. Anyway. Oh. Alright.
Jack! In here! Hurry! Targets have escaped the lab!
What's up, fellas?
Oh, shit!
None of y'all have the harnesses either.
HQ? We've got an intruder in the lab! Core extraction team is down, over!
All of them? How? Joyce's!
We're moving in!
Open fire.
Get
But avoid
behind it!
damage to the core at all cost.
Huh?
None of these guys coming in with chronon particle, or the...
I got there after the fracture initiated. Too late to stop it all before it ever started.
Ooh, this
But
is
not
slow
too late
starting
to
up.
save Will. All you had to do was get to him in time.
Yeah? That was the plan.
HQ, we've got security footage of the Joyce brothers escaping through the server room on the lower level.
Raider Team 3, intercept immediately. Ready another extraction unit to remove the core.
Why is it? Time vision kept lighting up, telling me something was nearby. Ah, there it is.
It's locked. Gotta find another way out of here.
Right there. All right.
Prowler Team, ready the heavies in the underground parking. I'm not hearing any response from Raider Team 3. We may have a situation.
Where the hell is that extraction team? We were supposed to have the core loaded in that chopper by now.
Hatch was right. Should have sent Liam Burke in first to deal with those Joyce assholes.
Directive was take alive if possible. Alive ain't Burke's calling card. Seriously, where's that goddamn extraction team?
Okay, y'all have time stuff on, so we're just gonna... Well, it's not active, so I'm just gonna have to shoot you. There goes the fracture. Why did that not break that?
Give up!
Oh, it's just because time slowed down. Got it.
He's all over us!
Oh, I hate the repositioning that does after it's finished. Okay, he's down. Blood's not quite up yet. Can I punch you? No. Nope.
It's over now.
I meant to do the shield and I apparently dashed into him. Oops. Oh, that's loud. There we go.
Gotta move.
Raider team, target spotted exiting the service elevator.
Move it. Find it.
There we go. You need to die, seriously. Why is the close range stuff so janky? Okay.
I remember that Will and I were headed to the courtyard when the stutter hit. That's where I needed to cut him off.
Ammo boxes around here? There you are. There's a little, like, control on that. It's like, you know, the powers are great. The gunplay,
Courtyard. How do I get there?
Probably this.
You never tried to stop Monarch from extracting the core.
The fact that they stole it was the only reason I was able to return to the past. It's not a logic I wanted to mess around with.
Okay. Anything else I can do with these guys? Grab their guns, maybe. I guess I can't do it for guns I already have. And if the ammo's full. Although, if I... Yeah, there we go. No guns for you. Maybe find a new line of work. And if we do succeed, then I don't imagine Monarch's gonna be in a great spot after all this. Where are you? Oh, you're up there. That's obnoxious. Okay, I have to hop up to get it. Alright, give me. No. Jack, come on. There we go. That way is the courtyard. Anything else around here? I do like the effect on the stars. That's pretty neat. Alright. Storm, please don't knock my power out again. We already did this once. Okay, y'all are still here. Alright, I forgot I can do the run thing on y'all and it's directly in the core. Is that easier? Let's bring it back. Back again, please. There we go. Not trying to do this. See, y'all get to live. Something you never thought for me. Woo! Don't think you're supposed to do that. There we go. Have fun with the fall when time starts up again.
Underground parking. It's gotta be the fastest way there.
Alrighty. Anything else around here? Not seeing any. Why did y'all bring... Well, I guess you need that for fuel for your harnesses. So let's say, why would you bring that with? Okay, try not to stand in its way. And we're gonna turn that off real quick. Oh, right, you carry it with you. You're charging it. Whoa, okay. Alright. Yeah, you we just gotta take out. Ow. Run. Oh, no, I don't have a run. I'll wreck these grenades and those grenades and stuff. You I can take out. Okay. Big shield guy. 3 regulars. You're frozen. Okay, he's down. Can't tell if y'all are frozen or not. Y'all are gonna wake up as soon as the fracture finishes, aren't you?
Gotta move! Powers are drained.
What? Why did you run straight into it? That wasn't me. He keeps doing this little circle when he finishes. And I do not know why. You ran right into the power nullifying grenade. There, everybody. The objective says no, because... Yeah, then it's done already.
When Will and I had escaped from the lab after the experiment, it seemed like Monarch was dealing with somebody other than us. That was me, all along.
HQ, Striker team is down. It's Joyce.
Raider 9, what do you mean Striker team is down? How many?
All of them.
Fucking hell, we underestimated him. Take him out, whatever it takes.
Time stop 1 hour's worth of accumulated time. Okay then. Hello.
What?
There we go. Why couldn't I have grabbed all their weapons off him?
HQ, we spotted Jack Joyce in the student lounge.
Bandit 4, that shouldn't be possible. I'm getting reports of gunfire in the underground parking. Are you sure it's Joyce? I need visual confirmation.
Didn't expect two of me, did you?
Burke, the hell are you doing down here? Let's go see Wade.
Liam, what were you doing before this?
Gate control. I don't have the code.
Burke. The hell are you doing down here?
They need me there.
Fuck if I know. Let's go see Wade.
Witnesses. Probably because I'm not rocking those ugly astronaut pants. Hatch's orders.
Okay, Hatch was already fucking with this bit too.
All right. Get your team prepped for combat. I don't have a good feeling about all this.
Damn it. I missed the code.
Yeah, I kept waiting on him to do something about it, and he just kind of... Was I looking at the wrong spot? Let's try it again.
Burke. The hell are you doing down here?
I need the gate passcode. They need me up there.
Fuck if I know. Let's see Wade.
Gotta round up the witnesses.
How come you get all the fun?
Probably because I'm not rocking those ugly astronaut pants. Hatch's orders.
Alright, do you have it?
$665. Okay.
Combat.
It's weird that how specific you have to be for that bit. Alright. Okay, 665. Welcome back. You mostly just missed a slightly annoying puzzle.
I'm not done with you yet.
Okay. Paul Serene focus article. Report University highlight. Employee highlight. Paul Serene. Popcorn? Ah, nice. Paul Serene, project director. With a track record... Okay. No. With a track record of extremely profitable business ventures behind him, Paul Serene joined Riverport University in 2010 to head one of the most significant physics research projects the university has ever seen. He's the youngest project director in the history of our university, and by far the most successful to date. His involvement has encouraged a flood of high-profile investments that resulted in the extremely ambitious, yet unrevealed quantum physics project known as Project Promenade. In his own words, I'm not a scientist myself, and thus it may come as a surprise to many that I fought to obtain the position as a project director development here at the university. For me, it's a dream come true. Growing up, my best friend was the brother of renowned quantum physicist William Joyce. I've always been fascinated by William's work, and his publications from 1997 and 99 are groundbreaking for the scientific community. As a businessman, I've been able to help shape a path to create practical applications for William's work by building on the foundation that he created with a group of immensely talented physicists. That was the basis for Project Promenade, and the results have been absolutely revolutionary. Paul Serene's favorite sports team is the Report Rexes. You can see him front row at every game. I may have actually already read that one before. Oh, you're there.
Alright.
Let's see.
Alright. Rigged up this beast to the campus power. Last time he counted fucking weight to bring the battery.
Good. Whoever's tearing through that parking lot ain't getting out here.
Really?
Anyway, I don't need time powers to take you all down.
Damn it. Blocking my powers.
Yeah, I knew that part already.
Looks like it's plugged in somewhere else.
Maybe the big honking yellow wire.
No time.
Yoink.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah, so that's what triggered that.
door's still barred. Whoever's here ain't left yet.
How the fuck did Joyce take...
We got contact!
Probably should have waited for them to finish talking, but couldn't pass up the opportunity to get a bunch of them at once.
Okay, gotta get to the library.
Can you take one of their flashlights? It's very dark in here.
No time to lose. I gotta get to Will.
This is after we've done the other bit there.
Shit. Too late. I gotta beat him to the library.
That's Beth.
I got orders to patrol the rooftops.
We already got men up there.
And they want more. Take it up with Serene if you disagree.
Over there. You got that. And then she takes those guys. I think it was either her or me that shot the one guy that seized me while I'm climbing up. Although at this rate it seems like it's probably gonna be me. She's already hearing it. I'll not share it, but since I'm not planning on watching my husband share the Spider-Man spoil that he knew would make you happy. Okay.
This is Airlift Prime. We've got the Time Machine Core in transit.
Okay, it was Beth who shot him. Alright. Can you give me a hint as to which part it was? I'm just curious.
Beth.
HQ, we've got William Joyce in the library. Awaiting orders. Over.
Gotta move, Jack.
Roger. Keep a skeleton crew and wait for arrival of Monarch Actual. Everybody else needs to reunite at the Dry Docks Cronin extraction grounds. Wait for further orders there. Library is set to blow in 5 minutes.
We're not getting any response from the sniper unit. Investigating the rooftops as we speak.
Keep me posted.
Okay. Understood.
The whole sniper unit's wiped. No way he did that on his own. We need to find out who's unaccounted for. This might be an inside job. Let's start a list of who's missing. HQ, it's him! Joyce is on the rooftop! Negative! He's in the library! We're under fire!
Get your goddamn stories right. Where is he? I need answers! Where the hell is Joyce?
Take cover!
Keep forgetting I can't punch you for some reason.
We need backup in the library! Stat!
HQ, this is Monarch Actual. Cancel that order, I'm on my way. I'll deal with Jack personally.
You heard him. Stand down.
Hold on, Will. I'm almost there.
Where are we going with this? Oh, this way. I don't know if that would sport or wait, but I'm not gonna question it.
If Joyce is in the library, then who'd they spot up here? Somebody's here! What? It's him!
I can't hit him from here. Still can't hit him from there? Damn. Alright, drop the cover it is.
Move round! Who do you think you are?
looks like can I blind fire actually? Yeah, well not quite. Tell people when I'm blind up when I come out of cover. It's like right at the edge where I can hit. Looks like we're just gonna
Find it.
Alright. Now y'all lost track of me, so that helps.
God damn it! It's possible.
Yeah, a little too close. Or too far back. Good shotgun.
This is Monarch Actual. Approaching library rear entrance.
Oh no, no.
Stand by to detonate the library. I'm going in.
Fuck. Will? Already gone. Lobby. Lobby, I'm running out of time.
So I think I did longer than 5 minutes on that one.
Will.
There is. That's why I can't risk you opposing me, Will. It doesn't have to end like this.
Oh shit.
You can't just let this happen.
What? Let's do it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get there in time. Where do we get? How do we get down? I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna fail that particular one. Did I have to blast? Okay, yeah. Did I have to blast through the wall or something? Okay.
Will? Already gone. Lobby.
Just gonna run as fast as I
Lobby,
can
I'm
on
running
this.
out of time.
Oh, I have to do it this way, I think.
Will.
Nope, not that way. Alright, shit.
We can't just let this happen. I'll never stop trying.
Oh, what? I was right there, or whatever.
Trigger.
Break in 5 minutes.
I never wanted this.
Cutscene. It's like a rad break. Yeah, we're doing this.
Come on, gotta move.
Loud lightning out there. Or, lot thunder, I guess.
Jack. You saved me.
Now the question is he gonna die after this?
Hey, Will. Here's a present. Countermeasure. How?
Don't get shot immediately afterwards.
Will! Come on! Come on, let's go. Monarch had it the whole time. Does it work?
Came back from the future. For me. Fracture wasn't fixed.
Not yet. Does it work?
Theory, yes. We gotta get back to my time machine. Gotta get us back to the time where you came from.
No.
Future.
No.
It's the only
We
way.
need to stop the fracture here, in this time. Now.
No, Jack, listen to me. The fracture wasn't fixed in the time where you came from. So fixing it here, it's always gonna fail.
People are going to die, Will. You haven't seen what happens between now and then.
No, but you have. What you have done has set in motion a chain of events that cannot be broken.
Look, we don't know
And
that
if it could be broken, it could jeopardize the entire world. We get one shot at this. There's too much at stake, Jack.
Look, I know the stakes, okay?
And you gotta let go, Jack. Everything you have done to get to this place is necessary. Trust me. The past is set, but the future isn't. Right? We gotta go. This way.
If what you said is true, then how did I save you? I saw you die, Will.
Think, Jack. You never physically
Called
saw me
it.
die, did you?
I watched a roof collapse on top of you.
Creating the illusion of my death, yes. Which brought you here to make sure it remained only an illusion. It's all a loop. If time is an egg,
No egg metaphors.
Anyway, we will take the net break here, and I'll see y'all when we get back. Okay. Ad break finished. Granted, I can see it would... You kind of have to know that that was our plan. But, you know, he can kind of see multiple timelines right now, so... We'll see. Yep, it was the original one from, the water tower, or the pool area.
We have to get out of here and get to the Bradbury. Oh, get down! Over here!
Goddamn bloodbath in there. I need some air.
Cleaners better get here quick.
Wait for them to leave. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, but the fact that you managed to save me and yet still maintain the illusion of my death is actually further proof of my point.
Risky
the past
op.
remains intact.
Stick to the plan.
Nothing changes, and the Novikov self-consistency principle prevails.
Oh, great. We can high-five about that later.
Right. Let's save the world first.
Come on, let's meet up with the convoy.
Now, bets on if Will makes it to the end of the game alive.
Okay, they're gone. Let's go.
Surprised you actually waited. It's almost like you're listening to me.
Well, the last time I didn't listen to you, the fracture occurred. Consider me open to following orders.
Huh. That doesn't sound like my brother.
I know.
He might get shot when we come out in the future, so...
Alright, through here.
Hey,
you can't risk helping them.
I know what happens if I don't.
And it'll still happen, Jack. I meant what I said back there. And there are no exceptions. If you get suckered into trying to change what can't be changed, it may cost us everything. Please, Jack. Our future depends on this.
You would think he'd get it through his head at this point.
How? Why?
Paul was using it to fuel some kind of messed up survival program.
Huh. They must have somehow repurposed it as a localized chronon field regulator.
And it's in fact what they even call it. CFR for short.
We have to go, Jack. We can't risk being spotted here.
One sec.
Yeah.
Get my chronon part. Oop. Sorry, sir. That was us. I didn't hear the first time.
I always assumed it was Beth Wilder who had the countermeasure, keeping it safe. She was the one who warned me, told me to build it.
Damn, that's loud.
I know.
You met her. Is she helping us?
I don't know if it came in over the mic.
She was.
Ah, I see. Come on, this place isn't safe. Oh shit, watch out.
Are we going back to his own car? Oh, it's up there. Oh, right, okay, that's where we get pulled in.
Hey. Go this way, now.
Well, they never see us, because otherwise they'd have mentioned it. Yeah, the fracture probably helps with that. What are you doing? Just move! Please don't mess this up. Remember what your brother said. She's been dead for years, man. I do wonder if the end of time could technically get around the being set because of the, the fact that it's outside of time. So maybe it existing does not necessarily mean it's inevitable because timey-wimey nonsense. Like the events leading up to it do, because those all happened in time. But alright. So we're coming up on a finale. Oh, shoot. Dragons, we done the thing? Hey, welcome in, Cap. Cut us, we're waiting for the loading to finish. Oop, there we go. I guess, are we gonna wait it out here? Yeah, we're okay. We're gonna... Thank you, dragons. Oh, okay, so...
Look, I know I've kept you in the dark. When I started my work, you were so young, and afterwards, I always hoped it would all pass you by without touching you.
Yeah. I get it. Come on. Let's just go to the future and fix this mess.
So really quickly...
Amy was so worried about somebody getting here before us when we spotted the cab. But it was us all along. I hope she made it out okay.
So I guess we didn't leave it in a proper state, and that's why we had to fix it when we did the other stuff, maybe? How's our stuff looking? Upgrades. I have 9. Time shield, increased power, shield lasts longer. I will take. Yeah, the only thing it didn't invest in was time stop, and I barely use it. I'll use the rest of my points on that. Can't afford it.
Right, that's it.
I think it's the last level anyway, so I won't be able to afford it even if I get the last Chronon thing, but yeah, well.
Wait a second.
Lock it behind us on the way in.
There. It's locked.
You hid the machine here. You really never used it yourself?
No, I didn't dare. Not after the men came out. It was Paul. He tried to kill me.
There's the radio upstairs.
Damn. Rusted shut. Jack, a hand?
Is this when we're finally gonna have the power thing we have to do? And also, really quick, just gonna listen to the radio up here.
Come on. This takes 2.
Hey, Night Owls.
Hey, you're...
Boy, Bobby.
Where he got replaced.
If anybody's at the protest at the Riverport University, I'd sure love to hear from you. I'm hearing some pretty disturbing things, so give me a call here at the studio. I think we could all use a first-hand account of what's going down.
That's why you got kicked off?
I actually tried to call some people I know down there, but my calls don't seem to be getting through. Anyway, our lines are open. We'll be right back.
And that's why they got the new host in. It's like, hey, we kind of got a PR thing going. Don't mess it up for us. And it's the other thing is underneath the ground. Or past the door. Alrighty. Or... Okay, you're inside the pool room. Okay.
One more time.
When Monarch came for the time machine at the university, Paul was trapped in it. He escaped into the future. Whatever happened to him there changed him.
Somehow he found my machine there and used it to come back to 1999.
And founded Monarch. He escaped from Monarch and became what he escaped from.
Insanity. I never should have built the machine. I should have left well enough alone.
The stutters are gonna get worse, fast. And there's something in them.
What do you mean?
I can't even describe it. It was this guy that I've seen, but living distortion.
I'd love to see one.
Believe me, you wouldn't.
Curious, like, okay. Again, they seem to assume we haven't read most of these logs. Because we know what a shifter is. Although we didn't see Dr. Kim. That was Liam that saw that. Where'd you go? There you are. Just looking for that chronon disruption. I know we don't get into that one spot because that has to stay there because we have to
just the way I left it.
Boulder our way through it.
Hope it still works.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the future. A little after your time of departure, before the fractures stop time permanently. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about this.
It'll be dangerous.
Of course it'll be dangerous. At this point, what isn't? But I have been curious to try this.
Yeah, he's never used it himself, has he? He tested the rat. I'm not getting the chronon thing, but whatever.
Wow. So this is what it looks like.
Keep walking, buddy.
Jack, when we exit, it'll be a little past the point you were at when you left to save me. That's our window, when we know it can work, but before time actually ends for good.
It may not be much of a window. Monarch was sure it was imminent.
Huh. Like they're experts.
They kind of are.
All they know they stole from me. You worry about your end, I'll worry about mine.
All right, Will. That works.
This is amazing. All those years. I never imagined.
Maybe let me go out first.
Crap. Hang on, Will.
Anyway, what?
What the hell did we do with touch?
Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, who's left? Now, 4. One of them's out of range. Look, we fix the time stuff. You'll unfreeze by the end of this, and we'll have a big old laugh about it, alright? I just need to get behind you. There we go. That's work. Punch, punch, punch. There we go. And can I get that from here? That can work. One more. No, God, turn quick. Wait. Punch.
Will. We need to get him moving. We don't have time for this.
It's loud.
Better not, Jack. I don't know how Will managed to get here, but we're getting it.
This is bigger than the two of us. You know time's about to stop for good.
Yes, it is. Hence the lifeboat program.
A bunch of desperate people sitting around in a bunker somewhere waiting for the inevitable? Jesus, Paul.
You stole the CFR, Jack.
I stole it?
And the plan depends on it. So, I'll take that back now, please.
I can't do that.
You sure you're quite in the position for a boss fight?
I know.
Take him down! You never had perspective.
time shield of some sort. Alright. I guess I have the same thing. Do I have to get up there and punch you? I'm doing a lot of punching recently. Alright, see, I'm keeping you guys alive. Give me some credit. Whoa! What was that? Oh, hello. Is that your version of a time explosion?
Not good.
Where are you? It's like a shockwave. Oh, whoa.
It's vulnerable now.
Where is he?
Yes, that did something.
You gonna bring in more goons? Yeah, alright. They haven't seen me yet, so... I didn't finish the explosion, damn it.
No.
Crap, freaking time grenades. Ah. Ah, damn it. Alright, try that again. Can I skip the cutscene, or just to top off our ammo here? Make sure everything's reloaded. Alright.
Better not, Jack.
Yeah, can skip that. That punch is better. I've been snacking this whole time, so... Whoa! The hell was that? Okay, it's like an insta-kill. I'm not quite sure where you want me to go. Is it just get as far away as possible? I'm not bothering with targeting the harnesses, I'm just going to take them down.
Better.
God, that's close. If I suddenly disconnect, you know why. It's close enough to feel the floor shaking. Why didn't the explosion go off? Damn it.
Not good.
Okay, avoid that explosion site. Am I still in range? I think I'm still in range. Crap.
Now's my chance.
Okay. Where is he? Up there.
Now we're talking.
Get more ammo back. Why does the explosion still keep not doing it? Ah! change that. Oh, there we go. I'm thinking of the breaking down in case you lose power. No, a lot of the stuff I've got's, you know, stuff that doesn't go bad for the moment, at least. Most of it usually just have it on hand next to me. Keep it out of fridge, so. God damn it. Stanley is currently snoozing next to me. Not a huge fan of this boss fight so far, if I'm gonna be honest.
Better not, Jack.
I mean, again, I guess they need something more than just shoot it till it dies, but, yeah, not one behind it. Okay, yeah, that's his version of time explosion, but not the full-size one. Gotta watch for orange. You done? No, you're not. There you go.
Not good.
Just keep going, keep going. Okay. It does have a limited range. Alright.
Shield's down. Yes, that did something.
I would appreciate like a mid-stage checkpoint.
Move in and engage.
Come on. Come on.
Thanks for the heads up.
Go away. Move, 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 move. Oh, right. It's like wandering into the damn field. Okay, there we go. God damn it, he had the frickin' nullifying field again. Means I'm probably gonna go down. I went down again. God damn it. Okay, don't be close to that. Draw him out, I guess. So if I get remotely close to him, all my stuff goes on cooldown.
Better.
How much of that's coming over the mic? Oh, there you are. Fair enough.
Not good.
I'm out of that. Okay, I think I'm far enough away. Yes, okay. That range isn't quite as big as I was worried about before.
Shield's down.
Alright. Watch out for these assholes here. That'll be close enough for it to count. What the hell just killed me? God. Let's give like a mid-boss checkpoint or something. This is getting old. Alright, need to get my ammo back first.
Better not.
Right, y'all can get out of that one. Bombs.
Not good.
I think it stops around halfway up to the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Stay far, far away from these guys. I guess watch out for the nukes from... Oh, he's multiple of them. It does not help that when I time run through it, the color from this thing comes with me. So it's hard to tell if I'm actually out of range of them or not. Okay, that's that group gone. This group's still gonna be a problem.
Incoming.
Right, stay away from Nullifier guy. Just keep moving. Ow. Oh, that does a lot of damage. If the orange cannot move with me, that'd be great. Just stay there so I know when I'm actually safe. There we go. Run. Where's the bomb?
Disappointments, Jack. But you're the one that hurts the most.
That way. Hopefully this is far enough away. I don't know for sure. If it isn't, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, I'm good. Okay, put another one. Same time I'm in the clear. Each one takes like, it takes like a quarter of the tool house. Oh, another one. Great. I don't suppose that'll be enough to count as rule of 3. Will it hit you? Yes, but can we be done after that's gone? Drop your shield, damn it. There we go. Sorry, Littlefinger. Well, if we're lucky, that just killed you. If not, then that's, you know, your personal timeline of your death, and the shifter stuff all starts to collapse in on itself as a superposition. We'll see.
Hey, look, hey. It's okay.
Jack. What? Never mind. Tell me later. We got work to do.
Okay, is it literally just flooding the fracture with chronon particles?
I'll have to hook up the countermeasure to the core. It's designed to hypersaturate the Maya Joyce field with chronon particles.
Called it.
The time machine's like an amplifier. That'll cause a chain reaction and rejuvenate the field. It'll be a universal event.
I'll take your word for it. Just make it happen.
Jack.
What do you need?
The countermeasure's charge is low. We'll need a jolt of chronon particles. A jump start. That's you.
I mean, we're gonna lose our time powers. You're gonna drain all of it out of us, or... Okay, nope, you're gonna turn into a shifter.
Don't stop.
Hurry up! It's working. It's like I'm pushing against the entire goddamn universe. I got it!
And you can't exist in a non-zero point anymore because you're a shifter. Okay.
The countermeasure. It stitched time back together everywhere. The destruction couldn't be undone. The lives we lost were real. But we fixed it.
Jack.
Will.
Clocks kept on ticking.
Come on. Come on. I think we just saved the universe.
Yeah. Where's Paul?
He's dead. He's gone. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Will, he was wrong about everything.
Was he?
Will. The countermeasure worked.
Or at least delayed it.
The countermeasure burned out.
Oh, we can see the multiple timelines.
But the Maya Joyce field should be stable now.
Do we get chronon sickness? Yep.
Of course, I'll have to run a few tests to confirm. But there's no reason to believe that the fracture isn't over.
Yeah. So, possible chance the fracture does occur in the years later they were expecting.
One more question. Paul Serene's entire philosophy was that time is a set path, and nothing can be changed. At the time, you obviously disagreed. But after everything you've seen and done, we need to know. What do you believe now? Was he right? Or is it possible to change things?
I'll come back for you.
I don't think that'll work, buddy, but we'll see. Although, again, if Hatch is right, you're eventually going to end up a shifter anyway. And that was Quantum Break. Also, presumably at some point Monarch managed to catch him because, you know, he's being interrogated. Will survived to the end. I'm surprised that. Yeah, I mean, he kind of... I wonder if being killed or stabbed meant he could no longer stabilize because he had died in that timeline. Therefore, he couldn't be present in it outside of the 0 points, like during the stutters, which might mean that's why we didn't see him. I'm curious if in some of the other stuff, like some of the other timeline options we chose, he was around for more. Okay, do you have anything after this? Yeah, here we go.
You've been very patient with us, and very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that patience is starting to wear pretty thin.
Of course.
Is this just for us getting treatments for the Chronon syndrome?
Right outside.
Mr. Joyce.
There he is.
Finally. Thought you wanted to talk, not get my life story.
Well, you were at the heart of all of this. And you can understand our need to find out exactly what happened.
I heard it's all being pinned on Paul. It's quite the feat.
Paul Serene always danced to his own tune, you know that. He and his delusions did tremendous damage to Monarch. But we can still salvage this company. We could use a man like you. It's not the same Monarch you know, Mr. Joyce. Your exceptional qualities are obvious, and we both know you have certain needs our expertise could help with.
Do not trust
We
this
can
man
help
as
each
far
other.
as you can throw him. Okay, so I guess it was just he waited until after Paul was out of the picture to come back in and say, it's like, all right, I'm taking over now. And he had Ogawa with him to help, pull things from the inside. And we need treatment, although, again, I don't know if Martin is going to let us actually get that treatment, seeing as he seems to want to steer people who've got this stuff towards becoming shifters. All right. No, not quite as good as Control, but and that end boss fight was a little meh, but alrighty. Ooh. Don't worry, the thunder isn't gonna hurt you, buddy. Oh, merp to you indeed. Control is good. I enjoyed Control very much. Although I admit I didn't bother with the challenge run mode they added with one of the DLC. That one though, the powers are a bit more combat focused though, and you got unlimited ammo, and you can modify it. So, and the mobility you get later on is very nice. But no, well, if I can get my hands on Alan Wake 2, I'd love to play through that just to kind of see how that goes. But it's still an epic jail as far as I know. I hope Control Resonant won't be, but we'll see. Big yawn. Hi. Alright. On that note, I know it's a bit of a shorter stream, but close this out here. Let us get the wheel up for what we will be playing on Tuesday. And then try and figure out who to raid into. Alrighty. Down to 13. I might put some back in here as we go, just because there's some other things that have been popped up, but I don't want to overfill it too much. Alright, here we go. Ah! Moondown. The very, sort of pencil sketch style horror game set in the Swedish Alps, but everyone's talking in a dialect you don't understand and you're a shepherd and things start getting creepy. That might be interesting to try out. I haven't seen very much coverage of that one. But it was on one of the Casey Explosion Steam sale recommendation lists, and it's probably worth a look. I think it's from the same people who did Demonology. You know what? Give me a second. I can bring up the trailer. Just try and do it in a way that doesn't show off too much Steam stuff. Get that. Yep. Okay. On down. Store page. Hand pencil horror tale set in the dark, secluded valley of the Alps. Let's get this up here, shall we?
Con Ire saira sul suletto, spasso da stradella. Scenaia visto in un banchetto, una bella sfranzinella. Tra la la la, ai ah ah, una bella sfranzinella. Scenaia visto in un banchetto.
Gives me very A24 vibes. Got any other trailers? Yes, we do. Not quite as Russian pathologic vibe. There's another game I can actually got playing. Anyway, that's what we're in for Tuesday. Yes, I know. Alright, now we're just on the screenshot, so let's go ahead and close that out. Alrighty. I would like to thank everyone for stopping by. Let's give us some shout-outs. Shout-outs to Dragon's Dusk, our mod. Shout-outs to Cap. And a thank you to Ben for coming by. Let me find somebody to raid into before the storm knocks out any power. And that is a fire truck. Yes. Lily's live. She is playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Looks like she is on Mass Effect 2. Ooh, this is actually one of the better moral choices. So I will see y'all over there. See y'all there.